What the hell is up, you fucking cunts? Episode 20. It's your time in the spotlight. Bummer is back. So is Fulcrum. I have come to the conclusion that supplementals are a separate category. So, this is the 21st episode of the podcast ever released. Or it will be once it's live. Episode 19 was an intriguing entry. Certainly one for the ages, but hey man, we're not living in the past. We're looking forwards. It's what it's all about. Health check. We're doing probably like a 7.5, 8. Tummy ain't feeling too hot, but it's manageable. I mean, I feel like I have to go and take a shit. I've already taken 2 shits this morning. And, yeah, I feel like I need to take a third already. So, I'm not going to be rushing the podcast to go and take a shit, though, thankfully. I can hold it. I'm a big boy. Health check. Yeah, tummy's not doing great. Clothing check. Currently wearing a pair of underwear and shorts. No shirt. It's too warm. It's the summertime now, so I just like chilling without a shirt. It's definitely more comfortable, less sweaty. Motivation check. Well, I'm able to raise my voice, and I have a full night's sleep behind me, so I'd say I'm somewhere between an 8 and a 9, maybe, on my motivation. I think I found just a little bit of my brain this week, but it's probably not going to help, so on Friday, June 6th, our first entry is 12:25 p.m. I forget to mention in the last episode that Grandma and Grandpa are back in town, staying at my place, or my parents' place, I guess. I did skip dinner with my grandparents and my parents to record episode 19. No, I don't feel great about that, but hey man, gotta get some bum in, am I right? Wake up on the morning of Friday, June 6th. I jerk off, looks like on that morning, fall back asleep. Wake up again, then I shit shower and forget to shave. I dress for work, and I watch some Community until I take off for work. Anna and Richard greet me when I walk into the store. I cook for a while until Richard says some gibberish and asks me to do it now. I look around in a panic before finding a flap of cardboard on a box, an opened cardboard box, and I just kind of bite down on the loose flap of cardboard and rip off a chunk of cardboard, and then I give it to him, and he was like, "Decent execution, but I know you can do better next time, Fulcrum." And I was like, yeah, you're right, Richard. I could use a little more gusto in biting through cardboard. Also, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I don't know why I journaled this. So, moving on to the next entry. 5:55 p.m. I clock out of work, drive home, while listening to some Getting Rid of Rita, Getting Rid of the Bee. She's a no-good bee. She's a GDB. Oh, yeah. Dude, Chevy Chase goes so fucking hard in that song. I'm sorry, but it's he's so talented, man. What a great voice. He could sing me to sleep any night. 6:10 p.m. I plan to play some Oblivion after smoking, but I watched 2 or 3 episodes of Community instead. I just forget that I'm going to play Oblivion for a little bit. And 8:30 p.m. I try to message Helen on Discord, a message of the lyrics from the VHS collection song, Stranger. Song titled Stranger. That's a good song, by the way. Go listen to it if you haven't. She did block me on Discord. I called it. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Yeah, my God. In my journal, I have another fakie flung from the dirt. Oh, God. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I did have a little anecdote here in my journal, though. I like a month or two ago, I think on some episodes of this podcast, I was mentioning that like I was just like adding random people from Discord and just like sending them random messages, seeing who they were, like if anything, seeing if anything crazy popped up. One of these people I met with, or I started talking with over Discord, they were like, we had a conversation at one point, and they were like, yeah, some people are just weird. And they were like, not the regular type of weird, but like that really dry, just like won't give you a care in the world type of weird. Like weird, if you know what I'm saying. And it's, yeah, I kind of understand what they're talking about now. In my journal. Not weird, but weird. I get what they mean now. TBH. This is wild. I watched some more Community because I forget about Oblivion again. And then, in my journal I have, nay, I must thrust myself into it now. So I'm assuming on the night of Friday, June 6th, I played a little bit of Oblivion to end the night off. Moving on to the next day, though, set 20, day 2, question mark for our entry because I was terrible at updating my journal this day. I wake up, shower, eat a muffin, shave, shower again, and I forget to gel my hair, take off with my parents and my grandparents to my cousin's wedding. I don't think that I need to give her a name. She's probably not going to appear on too many episodes, but we're just going to call this particular cousin Naomi. We will be calling her Naomi. I arrive at the wedding and I sit around, or the venue, I guess, and sit around for like an hour before the ceremony begins. Me and my parents get a seat in the front row because my nephew is actually the ring bearer. It's pretty cool. Afterwards, we grab some snacks and start drinking the good shit until food is served. Pulled pork and mac and cheese is what we had to eat. That mac and cheese was really good. Pulled pork was okay, but mac and cheese was definitely the highlight. It was tasty, and I also decided to grab my first ever 7 and 7, which is a highball cocktail, if you're unaware. It's also referenced in the show Community. I believe Troy Barnes, on his 21st birthday, that is the first alcoholic beverage he orders for himself, is a 7 and 7, but fittingly enough, in the show, he never actually takes a single sip from his 7 and 7. He just leaves it on the bar and takes off with his friends. Oh, his study group, excuse me. Sorry, more than friends. Family. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. 7 and 7's probably my new favorite drink. I was sharing it with some of my other cousins and family members, and they were all like, that's fucking terrible, and you should feel bad for drinking it. And I was like, yeah, right. You're just not with it. Fucking idiots. They don't even know, man. They don't even know. Next entry, yes. Perfect. My little slice of heaven. All thanks to Troy Barnes. Bless up. There you go. I get drunk enough to ask a really tall redhead out. She said that she's from Minneapolis. That's interesting, considering I was just up there with, or down there. Oh, you don't know where. It could be north, east, south, or west from my current location. You don't know. You don't know! Oh, I was hoping that wouldn't be that loud, but I always have to turn away from the mic and it's still way too loud. Every time. God damn it. Ride home and shower afterwards. I think, okay, so I can't remember if I throw up when I get home from the wedding. Or if I I don't think I throw up before. No, I don't think I throw up at all. I'm just gonna, it's a rare case, but I think it was a case where I had something to drink, and then I had another thing to drink, and then I had like 10 more things to drink, and then I just didn't throw up. Unheard of. Very rare case, but it happened, and I'm happy to say that it happened. I think. I don't know. I got pretty drunk, so I can't. There's some of the stuff that you just can't remember, Really tall redhead, ask for her number. She flips the script. She's like, hey, I'm not going to give you my number, but I'll ask for yours. So she has my number. She hasn't texted me yet. I can't imagine that I'm going to be receiving anything, and honestly, I don't care. Because it's like, oops, just hit the pop filter and smacked into the mic there. Well, she said she was a couple years older than me, so that's intimidating enough. Also very tall individual. Certainly my type, but also doesn't help me become less intimidated by them, I suppose. The worst thing is, it's just like, they're girls, they're people, they're human beings. I should just be able to fucking be normal. But it's like, I don't know, man, it's scary. They're cute girls, cute, tall, especially redheads. Whoa, come on now. Crazy stuff. Yeah, get home, shower, don't throw up. Watch some Community until I pass out. Wake up around 5 a.m. and then close my windows. I left my windows open as I fell asleep. And then head back to sleep. Also, as we're driving, I forgot to mention this and update it because she was sitting right next to me in the car. But as we're driving to the wedding, my grandma just roasts the shit out of some lady. I can't remember. It was some lady that my parents and my grandparents all collectively knew. Like they were talking about her. And God, what did my grandma say? She was like, yeah, she's book smart, but she don't know much else. Or some shit like that. Just so, God damn, she said it in the most casual tone too. And it was just like, I was thinking about the comment for like a solid minute or two, and it was making me grin throughout the car ride. And then like 2 or 3 minutes after she made the comment, I accidentally let out just like a very audible laugh. And I had no explanation as to why I was laughing. Thankfully, nobody asked me why I laughed or what happened, but I had no explanations either. So, still felt kind of awkward. Anyways, that's the end of that day. I'm gonna actually really quickly check the locations of the mobile devices of my family members. I thought I heard the garage door open, but I did not. I'm crazy. Moving on to set 20. Day 3 at 10:20 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, and get ready for work. Get dressed for work, I guess. I drive into work and have a terrible time at work. Then I clock off and drive home. Apparently nothing too stellar or stunning happened at work, so we're going to skip right past that. Say hi to Grandma and Grandpa, head back upstairs, play some Oblivion, until I'm asked to play Mexican dominoes by my parents and grandparents. It's a long-time tradition in my extended family. We just sit around the table and slap down some dominoes and play a good old game of Mexican dominoes, 12-0, all the way through. And done it for a decade now, at least. More than that, I would assume. Probably like 15, close to 15 years. We've just been, hey man, we like our Mexican dominoes. Don't worry about us. Oh, yeah, we've actually had one heated match of Mexican dominoes in the past. My brother-in-law and my grandfather actually got upset at one another. I think my grandfather thought that my brother-in-law was trying to cheat at Mexican dominoes, but it's like, first of all, no, he's not. And second of all, even if he was, does it fucking matter? It's Mexican dominoes. I don't think we have to be up in arms over which Latino is driving the train. I don't know, was that a funny joke? I don't think it was. So I'm going to move on now. Yeah, we had that heated match. Afterwards, sister arrives to our house, my parents' house, I should say, and we eat some chicken with garlic bread. Very tasty, yummy. I head back upstairs afterwards, watch some more Community. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oblivion's been so much fun, dude. I need to fucking keep on playing it. That's what I'm probably gonna do right after I finish recording and uploading this podcast. Play some more Oblivion. It's fucking fun, man, and it's getting me back into gaming. I'm so happy. But I just don't know what I'm gonna play after I finish Oblivion. I need to find something, because I forgot how good gaming can be. I need to, in my journal, head back upstairs, watch Community. I need to smoke and play Oblivion. It's so much fun. Question mark for this final entry. I can't remember if I played Star Wars with Kimi this night or if it was Monday night. It was one of the two nights, but anyways, we're going to move on to set 20, day 4. This is Monday, June 9th, 4 o'clock p.m. I wake up, change for work. I don't think that I shit, somehow. And then I watch Community. I know I think the last episode or 2 episodes ago, I was like, there's a typo here. I pretty much never wake up without shitting. And I think it happened on Monday, June 9th. I'm pretty sure I just didn't shit. I don't remember shitting at all when I woke up. And then I watched some Community. After this, I leave for work and clock in. Richard is in chaos mode, or as Desmond and Michael would call it, chouse mode, for the last few hours that he is clocked in. I think he learns that his... oh, man. On Monday, I believe that Richard finds out his dad has cancer. And he's also getting bitched at by the upper management, basically for the last hour of his shift. Yeah, he had a tough one. Not a great shift for Richard. I do feel for him. Unfortunate stuff. Question mark for the next entry, though. Clock out, get home, and play some Oblivion until I swap over to Community. Might play with Kimi this night. See, I told you I couldn't remember if it was Sunday night or Monday night. I played Star Wars with Kimi. I know it was one of those 2 nights. Not 100%, but either way, I know that I did play Star Wars with Kimi at some point this week. Good to know. Talk about some Clone Wars with him. Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the animated series. 7 seasons, not the... how do you pronounce his name? Genndy Tartakovsky? Not that 2D series, but the 3D series. I do almost spoil some big stuff that happens in the Clone Wars TV show, but I hold my tongue. Kimi is safe from my spoils. And then to finish the night out, I play some Oblivion into the wee hours. It's been a long time since I gamed, until failure, I guess, be the best way to describe it. Gaming until tired failure. But yeah. Go to bed after finishing up that session of Oblivion. Moving on to set 20, day 5, 7:05 p.m. I wake up, shit, shower, brush, then I watch some Community, wouldn't you know it, until I change for work. 11:25 p.m., work sucked, and then I head to the mall and buy some tickets for a showing of Final Destination with Pierre. And a second human being that we will be calling Other Neil. His full name that we will be referring to him as on this podcast is, I will repeat it, Other Neil. Other Neil is a high school buddy that was at Pierre's house following the bar crawl on, I don't know, it might have been like episode 8 or 9 or 10, I can't remember. There was an episode of this podcast where I talked about, I went on a bar crawl with my manager, Richard, and some of his friends. And then I think like 5 hours into that bar crawl, Pierre texted me and he was like, hey, want to come over to my house and play some video games with some buddies? And I was like, yeah. And Other Neil was one of those buddies that was at Pierre's house. Other Neil was also one of the buddies that I hung out with in high school. I do have some tenure with Other Neil, got about a decade of relationship history with him, maybe a little more. I think we knew each other in 6th grade, because that's when, funnily enough, Other Neil and Jack were acquainted in middle school. They knew each other, so it's crazy, man. All these connections going all the way back. Excuse me. Whoa. Man, there was like a booger that almost went down into my lungs. That was nuts. Wow. Okay, so I pick up those tickets at the theater for me, Pierre, and Other Neil. You can call me Fulcrum if you want, I suppose. Fulcrum, Pierre, and Other Neil. Yeah, after I pick up the tickets, get home, play some Oblivion, and watch some Community until I eventually leave for the movie. Arrive at the theater, walk in, and greet Pierre and other Neil at the entrance, I should say. Then we redeem our tickets, head through the concession stands, pay way too much money. Also, by the way, we are at the theater that I used to work at. And, interestingly enough, other Neil was a coworker of mine at this theater. So, yeah, man, we're experiencing history as we're walking through the concession stand. We're like, whoa, I remember being here and dishing out the popcorn. That was nuts. Felt like a lifetime ago, eh? Yeah, we get our snacks, then we headed to the auditorium. Find our seats, but then we realize that there's some better seats, like, directly behind us that nobody has purchased. So we swap over to those seats, and I do continuously scan the website to make sure that the seats we have stolen are not purchased by anybody else. Thankfully, they are not. The movie starts, and we are able to watch it just fine. The movie was pretty fucking goddamn gruesome. Can't lie. Like, just a lot of death, and like a lot of people turning into like meat puddles, stuff like that. But it was honestly pretty fucking funny. I can't lie. I liked it. Pierre likes the Final Destination franchise quite a bit. He's seen all the movies. I think he knows quite a bit about them, and he was kind of losing it at some of the references, man. He was having a fun time. Definitely a better time than me. But I will say I enjoyed it. I would give I can't even remember the full title of the movie. I guess I could look it up just to get a good reference here. Final Destination. It's not Bloodlines. Final Destination 6th? Is this the 6th one? Oh, was this Bloodlines? I get. I don't know about that. It doesn't sound right. Oh my god, I think I'm about to shit my pants. Holy cow. Oh, man, I gambled on that fart. Whew, I gambled and I won. But it was close. Dude, holy fuck. Okay, what is the plot of Bloodlines? Okay, yeah. Okay, 1968. Iris Campbell and her fiance Paul attend the opening ceremony of the Sky View high-rise restaurant tower. At the dance party, Iris has a premonition of the chandelier's shard cracking the glass floor, collapsing the tower. Yes, this is the movie I went to see. So, Final Destination Bloodlines, final review, final out of 10 score for me. Honestly, I think I might give it like an 8.3, somewhere around there. Pretty good. I liked it. I definitely was able to have fun with it. But as the three of us are exiting the theater, we do make casual plans. We don't like set anything in stone, but we make casual comments about, oh yeah, we should do this again. We should see. I'd be down to see Fantastic Four when that drops. I'd be down. And then, man, oh fuck, I would be so down to see some more movies with Pierre and other Neil. And then there's a few other people that were at Pierre's house following that bar crawl I was mentioning that weren't able to attend the movie, but perhaps might make it to future movies. If we do see some more future movies, that would be quite neat. Yes, I think that would be cool. After this, though, I get home, watch an episode and a half of Community. Halfway through an episode, though, I hop onto Oblivion and defend Martin. I believe I was at the section where you have to enter the Great Oblivion Gate, and stop the siege engine. What is the Oblivion engine? I don't know what they call it. It's the big spider walker robot that they use in Oblivion. Fun stuff. I remember doing that. I played Oblivion for the first time in 2020, so it's still kind of fresh on my mind. My first playthrough, I remember some of it. Moving on, though, that was the final entry. I'm assuming I go to bed after playing Oblivion. Set 20 day 6 is the next day of entries. Wednesday, June 11th, to be more specific. 6:50 p.m., I wake up, have an extra long time before my shift starts at noon 30. 7:05 p.m. I smoke a little bit of funny stuff and try to play Oblivion before going into work. Shitty-ass Wi-Fi says nope, it's not happening. The update apparently there's an update for Oblivion that I didn't decide to automatically update overnight, so I had to start it once I woke up, and then my Wi-Fi kept cutting out, and it wouldn't download quickly, and so it takes hours to download it. I take off for work and greet Richard when I arrive. Everything at work sucks for the most part. I fill up with gas before I leave, if that's important. I don't think it is, but it's a journal, man. I get home. I decline trivia with my parents. I guess I feel bashed. I don't know, I was feeling tired or worn out from a day of work or something. And then I load up Oblivion to reconcile my lost time for not being able to play it before work. 8:50 p.m. I play some more Oblivion until I get to the two fucks standing before Mankar Cameron. I believe one of them was his daughter? What is her name? Busha? Oh, I can't remember. What is... Alright, I'm gonna Google it. I don't care. What is the name of Mankar Cameron's daughter? Mankar. Ruma Cameron. Ruma Cameron. I can't remember the other dude that was standing next to Ruma, though. It's the two people that you talk to right before you go in and talk to Mankar. Mankar Cameron. It's a pretty cool name, I can't lie. I wonder, do I prefer the name Mankar Cameron or Alduin? Alduin. Cool, because Alduin is Alduin one of the Daedric lords, or is he Elder Scrolls? Let's get a quick lore dump on Alduin. I've looked it up before, but I just didn't bother to commit it to memory, apparently. Alduin, sometimes referred to as the World Eater, the Twilight God, and the First Dragon, is a mighty dragon who ruled over Skyrim during the Merethic era, worshipped as a god king by the ancient Nords through the dragon cult. Alduin is considered the wellspring of the Nordic pantheon, as well as the harbinger of the apocalypse and the Nordic god of time, and is believed to have a pivotal role in reshaping the world. But I thought he had some sort of ties to Akatosh, because Akatosh is like the dragon Daedra or something. Right? Okay, let's keep reading. During the early Merethic era, the ancient Atmoran people worshipped numerous animal totems which would become the Nordic pantheon. The hawk, wolf, snake, moth, owl, whale, bear, fox, and the dragon. Of course, those are all of the symbols that you see in the Skyrim dungeons. It makes sense. As the avatars of the gods, the dragon was considered the most important out of all the animals. Therefore, at the dragon's approval, the people of Atmora, and later Skyrim, came to deify the dragons. Deify? I don't know. Worshipping them as god kings. Through this, establishing the dragon cult as the dominant belief system of ancient Nordic culture. Throughout the Merethic... Are we gonna talk about Akatosh at all, or... There's Kine, but I don't want Kine. Wait, maybe this is it. Alduin's chief lieutenant during this period was Parthenax. Shout out to Parthenax, his younger sibling, who is said to have committed unspeakable atrocities against mankind. However, Parthenax and a few other dragons turned against Alduin, possibly at the behest of the goddess Kine, and taught humans how to use the Thuum, granting the most courageous among them the chance to rebel against their dragon overlords. The ensuing conflict between the dragons and the ancient tongues became the legendary Dragon War. At its height, Alduin was led to the throat of the world, where he battled 3 Nordic heroes. Yes, I remember this cutscene in Skyrim. Feldir the Old, Hakon the One-Eye, and Gormlaith Goldenhilt, the first tongues and leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They created a unique shout known as Dragonrend, through which they managed to cripple Alduin, and then used an Elder Scroll to send him forward in time. Yeah, it is kind of a dumb plan, though. Why would you send him forward in time? That's silly. You're just making other people deal with it. That's kind of a shitty solution. But I guess if there's no other solution, what else can you do? I don't know. By the Second Era, 582, worship of Alduin was already outlawed for centuries. Alduin had no admitted worshippers, and the Nords of Skyrim were apparently fearful of worshipping Alduin. However, some Nords did pray to him, hoping that their prayers will keep him at bay. Where is there not, like, something about Akatosh? Isn't Akatosh the fucking god of dragons or something? It's like, here we go. Imperial scholars speculate that Alduin is the name by which the ancient Nords knew Akatosh, the dragon god of time and later patron deity of the empire. However, some Nords consider this a mischaracterization, maintaining that Alduin and Akatosh are indeed regarded as separate beings in Nordic legend. Alduin calls himself firstborn of Akatosh. According to Parthenax, Alduin's dragon peers considered him Akatosh's most acclaimed creation. Additionally, it was stated that Alduin has always been. Some sources suggest he was split from Akatosh, or possibly the greater Akatusk. Akatusk? I'd never heard Akatusk mentioned. It's the first for me. And that Alduin embodies a particular aspect of the time god. Intriguing. I didn't know this. Apparently I didn't look too far into it. I did know that Alduin and Akatosh had some sort of relation to one another, because I knew that Akatosh had some sort of relation to dragons. Oh, man. Fake lore is so cool. Right? Who doesn't want to learn about fake dragon bullshit? Yeah, okay, so that whole tangent started because I wanted to know what Mankar Cameron's daughter's name was. As I'm playing the ending of Oblivion, I am listening to Regulation Podcast at the same time. There is a particular moment where Jeff brings up a quick comment. He's talking about how when he's at the urinal, sometimes he'll just be dripping for like 30 seconds to a minute. And if you don't know what I mean by dripping, you should. But on the podcast, Jeff is he's like, stop dripping! And he's getting like real worked up about it, just remembering how he feels at the urinal. And I agree when he says that, but I don't drip for like 30 seconds. I drip for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds maybe. But they were saying like it was an age thing, so I'm assuming maybe like get 20 years under my belt, I'll be dripping like a fucking sailor. Who knows? Question mark for the next entry. Oblivion is badass. I finished the game for the second time ever, and I weep in awe. This is not true, but I do feel like it. It's a good game. I also don't feel like weeping. I'm just happy that I finished it again. It was a good game. And I got to watch a big old dragon fight Mehrunes Dagon. The only dragon in Oblivion, I think. I don't know, are there other dragons in Oblivion? There might be like smaller Drake type creatures, but I can't remember. I'm not quite as informed on Oblivion as I am for Skyrim. Also, in Skyrim, there's no baby dragons because all the dragons are being resurrected from their grave sites. So there's not like... Are there any confirmed female dragons in Skyrim? Because they could probably... some dragons could probably just start having dragon sex. And just like have like a little baby dragon. First baby dragon in Skyrim. Could you imagine? No, they'd have to create a whole new asset for that. They're not going to do that. What would that be, like 14 years after the game came out? Create a new asset and update the game. Yeah, they're not going to do that. Oblivion's badass. Desmond actually gets my live reaction to the finality of Oblivion's main quest, and also my reaction to the 60 gamer score achievement that pops. Oh yeah, That's fucking awesome. Love it. Then we swap over to some Call of Duty, and Michael joins the party, so we all blast out on that shit. Play for a while, then I decide to take a poop, and they leave while I am pooping. I play a bit more Oblivion afterwards and start the Dark Brotherhood quest line. Then I decide to go straight to sleep with no community. Tired as shit. I do think I jerk off before I go to bed, though. Because, I don't know, I just feel like it, I guess. You don't really need an explanation. I don't know why I said I'm not certain in my journal. I'm like 100% certain right now. More certain than when I wrote that, which is weird. But yeah, I guess we can move on to set 20, day 7. Woohoo! Thursday, June 12th, 8:10 p.m. I wake up, shit shower, brush my teeth, then I watch some Community. At 11:55 p.m. I change for work, drive in, clock in, and I hate Anna until she eventually leaves. Then I stop hating her because she is no longer in my sight. Coworker never shows up. There's a coworker who's scheduled to show up, but he never does. Oh. What did I have a name for him. I have a name for him in my fucking podcast names. I have a name for him. Dogan. Dogan is supposed to clock in and help me cover what I need to do for my shift, but he doesn't show up. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm alone until eventually someone else is scheduled to show up, and they do show up, which is nice. I don't think I've given this person a name. They've worked at my location for like a couple weeks now, I think. Maybe coming up on a month, perhaps. I will be giving him the name Aaron, and he's been here for a few weeks now, but I do, like I said, I think I've forgotten to mention him on every single other episode, so yeah, and take that with a grain of salt, because I'm just really getting terrible at not only journaling my stuff, but remembering what I journaled in like previous episodes. So at least it's there and recorded, so I can go back and see what I did actually say. But for the moment, nah, it's too fresh. I can't go back and listen to that shit right now. 12:25 p.m. I clock off, get home, and play some Oblivion until I leave to cut Al and Eve's grass again. Me and my father take off over to Al and Eve's house to cut some of their grass. I bring a second mower to finish, or I don't, but me and my father do. We both bring a second mower to finish the yard up faster. Works like a charm, because we finish up in time for scooping some culvers. I believe I got a 4-piece chicken tender. Yes. Wait, did I? Yeah. I got a 4-piece chicken tender. And it was a basket, so I got some cheese curds and a concrete mixer as well. Fat eating. That shit was tasty. Get home, play some Star Wars with Desmond and Michael, then watch some Community afterwards until I don't record the podcast. I actually am not recording this Thursday night. I am recording it Friday morning because I figured I'd be able to get loud. And Larry, what is the here? Okay, since I know most of you don't know the definition of Larry, I'm going to look it up. It is a word in the English language, so I'm just going to look it up. The definition of Larry. How do you spell it? Larry. How do you... Damn. I thought there was a... Okay, I'm gonna go into fucking ChatGPT then. Oh wait, did I hear the garage door open? No. Okay, thank God. I thought I heard the garage door open. That would have been scary. Alright, sorry. I'm getting so space-brained right now here towards the end of this episode, but I just need to... I brought it up, and I'm not going to be comfortable with myself until I figure out what the definition of the word Larry is. But it's not spelled like the name, it's spelled... Okay, how am I going to phrase this to ChatGPT? Are there any words pronounced like the name Larry? Give as many examples as possible along with their definitions. There we go. Alright, let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Here's a list of words and names that are pronounced similarly to Larry, along with definitions or explanations, exact or near rhymes with Larry. These words share the airy ending sound, like carry or parry. Word parry, to ward off a weapon or blow, a defensive move in fencing or argument. Yeah, parry, of course. Carry, to support and move something or someone from one place to another. Marry, verb, to join in marriage. Berry, a small, pulpy, and often edible fruit. Tarry, to delay or linger. Sorry, that just reminds me of a bit in Community when Chang goes, tarry not, for terrorists terrify. I think? Is that the exact quote? I can't keep second guessing myself because then I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT for the fucking quote from the Community episode, and it's just gonna be a whole hole that I dig myself into. See what I did there? Gary, a male given name, nice. Harry, to persistently harass or attack, a common male given name. Dairy, short form for variant of Daryl or Daryl. Okay, Daryl with an E or Daryl with a Y. Perry, an alcoholic drink made from fermented pears, also a name. Sherry, rare variant of sherry, a female name. Cherry, Chari, resembling or full of char or ash, also a surname. Chari, okay. Barrie, 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 a city in Ontario, Canada, also a surname. Jerry, French in origin. Okay, none of these fucking... man, I'm gonna ask for... Are there any English words that are pronounced exactly the same to Larry and also start with an L? ? Alright, let's see. Larry. There are very few, if any, standard English words. Oh, Lary? Really? Wait, no. Oh, there we go. UK slang. I knew it. That's what I was looking for. Larry. Lairy. Larry. UK slang. Holy shit, that took way too long. Lairy. Definition. Let's get the full definition. Okay, Larry. Dictionary. Definitions from Oxford Languages. Adjective. Informal, British. Cunning or conceited. Second definition. Ostentatiously attractive or flashy. Third definition. Aggressive or rowdy. Dude, Larry's a fucking heavy hitter. It's got 3 different definitions, and it's an informal fucking adjective. Holy cow, that's a good word. I'm sorry, man, but Larry, that's a good word. Also, I guess I should probably fucking stop making this piece of shit. Oh, man, I'm tired. I'm stretching and I stretched my belly button out. It started hurting my dick. Damn, I did not expect that. Okay, so outro. What do I do for the outro? So there's a lot of fucking stupid shit that happened this week, and I hope that you had like a really fun time listening to me, like, just be a fucking idiot about it, and just like say a bunch of stupid shit as usual. I always do that. So, yeah, nothing new there. I don't really remember anything specific. No, wait, I played some games with Kimi. I played Star Wars with Kimi at least once. I finished Oblivion. Oh man, I finished Oblivion. Dude. But not even, though. I gotta go through all the side quests. That's gonna be awesome. I'm about to go do that right fucking now after I turn this goddamn microphone off. And, we're pulling up on 50 minutes, so that's honestly, that's a good length for an episode. Woo! We did it. I guess it's time to ask you the question that I'm supposed to ask at the end of every single one of these. Am I really making a podcast? Or am I just jerking off?